Hi, welcome to the menu edition here on Faith and Home. I'm hoping to post this with Menu Monday, and I have had multiple questions asked me of how I do my menus. I know everybody does their menus a little bit different, and some people don't do menus. I'm a strong believer in menus. I have kept them for years. In the post that I plan to put this video, I'm planning to post pictures as well. Let me pull this over here and you'll see this is the front. Oh golly, this, I don't remember what year that picture was drawn, but it's a really old picture. My daughter has graduated to full bodies now. But this is my menu planner. And just to give you an idea, I've been doing menus for a really long time, 2003, and I keep them all in here. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but sometimes I need inspiration and just sort of a refresher on old recipes that we loved in the past and I might have forgotten about. Today, I'm working on, normally what I do is, you'll notice these lines on here. Those are paydays for us. We get paid every other Friday. And one payday predominantly goes towards our mortgage and extreme basics, and the other payday is for the rest of our bills and for our groceries. Now, I will shop for the most part for a whole month, but I won't necessarily buy everything I need because not everything will keep. So I always keep some money set aside for extra incidentals until the next grocery shopping payday. So having said that, and the reason I explain that is I do have two menu worksheets here. I designed these menu worksheets and hopefully they will appear as a link in the blog post that I put this video in, and you can download those and use them. I will be copywriting them. If you want to use them for anything other than personal use, I would ask that you just let me know and make that request known to me, please. So with that, we are currently, as I'm recording this, we are in April. As a matter of fact, today is the 21st. And because my husband, like I said, we shop for approximately a month at a time, it's going to lead us into April. And so that's why I have two menu worksheets out. So just to clarify that. What I want to focus on right now, I'm not going to walk you through this entire thing. For one thing, I'm not very good with setting up videos for time lapse. And so it would just get kind of crazy sitting here watching me for the next, 45 minutes. But what I wanted to show you was one simple part of this. First of all, I know some people out there who may be watching this or reading this article have who do Taco Tuesdays. We don't do Taco Tuesdays. It's kind of a personal reason, but let's just say beans and work, and yeah, it's not a good thing. So we do Mexi Fridays, and I'll do either a chili or burritos, variations that involve beans, but I usually reserve those for Fridays so that we can not stress about it over the weekend that we have to be around people that, we want to smell nice for. So there, I said it. So anyway, the other thing we usually do is we usually have burgers on Saturdays. It's just our thing. It's an easy meal. It's a kickback, watch a movie with dinner kind of meal. Once or twice a week, we'll have those kind of meals. Normally we sit at the dining room table, but for that, so I know that those are coming. I write those in, and I write the Mexican. I think about what I have in my pantry. Do I have the ingredients for anything I'd want to make for a Mexi meal? Well, I know that beans is one of the things. I have a ton of black beans, but right now I don't have any white beans. My husband likes the white beans. I usually buy raw beans. It's what works for us. But knowing that I need white beans, and I just wrote Mexi on my menu. This, again, is a grocery list worksheet that I designed, and I will try to remember to put this in the post as well. I'll come over and I'll find the category. You'll kind of notice, according to our grocery stores here, I have this set up in the various categories that I might find them in the aisles in the grocery store. So for beans, I would come over to ethnic and canned foods because at our grocery store, that's the general area I would find them in. You can see I've already been doing some work on this, which I'll explain in the blog post. But for now, I just want to focus on the menu writing portion. So I'll come over here and I'll add on here white beans so that I remember to buy those. What else might I need for a Mexi meal? Well, possibly beef. I do buy burgers, and again, I'll explain why this stuff's already on here in the post, but I've already got burger up here, and I will notate when I'm all done with my menu planning at minimum how much I need. Again, I'll explain this further in the post. So I know I have that. I'll need cheese. I'm actually out of cheese right now. I have maybe one handful is all I have left. And so I'll come over to dairy. Now I tend to buy my cheese at Costco. I will go to Costco first because you'll see the sale prices. Again, I'll explain this in the post. I'll know what the sale prices are going on in my area. I'll check Costco first, and if their price is lower or a better deal for my money, then obviously I'll get it there. And then if not, then whatever I was going to get at Costco. So like if the yogurt ends up being cheaper to get it on sale at the grocery store, then I'll get it at the grocery store. So I'm going to go to where I kind of jotted Costco on here, and I'm going to write shredded cheese, and I abbreviate. And while I'm writing that, I remember that I need sandwich cheese because we are just about out. Again, I abbreviate sand cheese, and I'm good to go. I know what it means. I'm the only one reading the list, so I'm good to go. My kids, when they do read the list, they kind of learn my shorthand from there. So back to Mexi. Tomatoes. I need to verify my tomatoes. Now, normally I keep Post-its close by. What I'll do is I'll need to check my pantry. I don't want to put something on my list that I might already have. So I'm going to put check canned tomatoes. Again, abbreviation, I just put canned Tom. So I got the cheese, olives. My husband loves to have black olives when we have Mexican. So I'll go back over to the ethnic and canned goods, and I'm going to add black olives. When I know we're going to be having company, I might get them at Costco, but for various reasons, I'll probably just buy a couple cans at the grocery store. Other than that, salsa. Again, I usually keep a lot of salsa in stock, but I'm going to check my salsa supply. Now, after I check these, when I come back, I may add them to my list when I'm done. Flour. I make my own tortillas. And so if I decide to do like a burrito casserole or burritos of any kind, I'll need flour. Now, of course, I'm going to need flour for other things, and I'm almost completely out. I get my flour at Costco because it's just a better deal. Now, come over here to the baking category. I don't have a Costco section set up here yet, so I'm going to do this and write Costco. And then I'll add flour to my list. Salt, lard, I use to make tortillas. I don't remember where I stand on my lard, so I'm going to add that to the list. Actually, now that I think of it, I always need lard. It's just a matter of how much. So we'll put it on the list. I make biscuits almost weekly, tortillas almost weekly. And then various other baking projects that come up. We make pies and things like that. So that pretty much covers that. The beans, the meat, the filler, the tortilla. And that's all I would need for that. Sometimes I'll stop and think about the seasonings. If I seem to remember I'm getting low, I know that I ran out of parsley. And while I have some fresh parsley, I don't think I have enough to get me through a month. So I'll come over here to, not produce, I'm sorry. I'll come over here to baking. I'm going to add parsley. And while I'm at it, I remember I need garlic powder and onion powder. I don't put powder because I know what I mean. I know that what I usually buy. It's just a reminder to grab those off the shelf. So that's how I'll do that. And then just to show you one more, I know on Mother's Day I'm going to want to have chicken salad. It's Mom's Day, and I love chicken salad. I'll probably do my Greek-style chicken salad, which I have had the recipe for on here before. And that just involves chicken, which I already have on my list from looking at my sales ad. And then it involves salad, which that's, golly, 3 weeks out almost, 2.5 weeks out. I will recheck my fresh vegetable supply as time gets closer. I usually keep an eye on that and replenish it as we need it. I'll probably make fresh bread. I've already got flour on my list. I'm doing good on yeast. And that would be that. Oh, but as I say that, I remember we usually put ranch on our salad, and you know what? We are bone dry on ranch. So I will add ranch to my list. I'm trying to think of where I have that. Condiments. Thought I had a condiments part on here. Well, I'm going to add it, let's see, off to the side over here. And quite honestly, I'll probably check Costco for it. So I'm just going to put it here. I'm going to put a question mark because I don't know if it'll be a good buy for me this time around. And that's how I would do that. Now, as far as the flip side of this, and I will share pictures of when this is done, I will not have this completely filled out by the time that I go grocery shopping. I will have it generally filled out. When I get to the grocery store, sometimes I find good deals, and I usually leave room for that on meat that I can break up or just meat that's on sale. And then when I come home, I will take everything I've got. I will sometimes break it down and then make a list of what I got. Sometimes I'll just, like, if I get 20 pounds of chicken breast, I'll throw it in the fridge along with, say, I got a roast, and I will figure out about how much I can get out of that, how many meals I really need to get out of that. And as I break down that meat, I'll come in and filter in the rest of what I can use. For example, last month I got roast chicken on sale at Costco, and you get 2 chickens for that price. And so we had, of course, this menu bled over from March. We had roast chicken in March, and then we had it again here on the 13th. After that roast chicken, I knew that I could break that roast chicken apart, and then I could get pot pie with it, which is what we're having tonight. So once I got home with those chickens, I finished filling in the gaps in my menu, and it just so happened that my husband went to the store with me last month, which is not always a good idea, but he did. And we got bacon. And so I decided, in order to justify the price of bacon, we would have BLTs and potato soup one night. So, I added these things in as I went. So that is kind of the long and short of how I do menus. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment boxes below. And I would be happy to answer any questions that I can. And be sure to read the article. I'll have even more details than this, long video has had. So thank you for watching, and God bless and happy cooking.